Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. It's lovely to see you again. I thought today I would do a little bit of teaching because I don't very often do a bit of teaching on my show, but I thought it'd be nice to do that. As you know, I teach tarot, I teach psychic stuff, I teach mediumship. So I teach quite a range of things. But I thought I'd do a little bit more about tarot today. I did a few cards a few weeks ago, but of course, the tarot pack is 78 cards. It has 22 majors and 56 minors. And a lot of people will say, "Oh, I read tarot," or they'll say, "I read playing cards," because they're very, very closely aligned. And actually, you can read the playing cards just the same as you can read tarot. The 56 minor cards only have the addition of the pages, and apart from that, it is your one. It's like your aces right through to your kings and queens in the ordinary pack. So I thought I'd just talk about the aces today. So the aces from every single suit. And when I teach, I always teach in ones, twos, threes, which is quite rare because I think a lot of people teach in the suits. But I like to teach in that way because it talks about the energy of each number, each card, how it sits, but also it gives you the whole package. So when you're dealing with the ones, which are all about new beginnings in some shape or form. And so let's start with the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands is aligned to the suit of cups in the clubs, in the clubs in the playing cards. So it also is aligned to the fire signs. So if you link it up with your signs of the zodiac, you're looking at Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and that's your Ace of Wands. And it's all about desire. It's about fire. It's about inspirations. But that would say that was very much new beginnings, and it's something that you would feel very inspired about. It can often be related to work, but doesn't have to be honest with you. But it's certainly about something that you're looking forward to. So often it can be a career move, or it could be that you're doing new studies. It doesn't, as I say, it doesn't have to be aligned particularly that. It could be that you're going into a new house and you actually really desire this new house. But it's very much about fire and burning and all those sorts of things as well. So that's the Ace of Wands. And like I say, all the aces are about new beginnings. It's a new beginning of some sort, so not something that we've been working on already, and it would be new to us. So the second suit here is the Ace of Cups. So here we are with the Ace of Cups. Now that is aligned to the suit of Hearts. And hearts, what is it all about, is emotions. So it's very much linked to emotions, which brings us to the water signs, because the water signs are all about emotions. It's not dealing with your head. It's not thinking with your head. It's not thinking from it's really just with what you feel emotionally about things. So your water signs are, of course, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I have to look down because I'm always getting my signs of the zodiac the wrong way around. But very often this card is about new love or a new baby. It can be new love of self. It doesn't have to be new love for somebody else. Although if you were single, and that could very well be the case. If you were looking to have children, it's a great card to have in your if you're doing a reading, because it would mean that there is a new baby on the way. The one thing we can get wrong is timings, because it could be that the baby would just be announced, or it could be that the baby was due, but certainly it would be within, obviously that 9-month period. But as I say, new love, sometimes when we've been through the mill and back, it isn't always about new love for somebody else, but it can be new love of ourselves, because if we've been through a difficult relationship, or we've been in a situation where our job has taken quite a lot from us and actually made us feel quite inadequate, then it's about new love for yourself as well. So new love comes in so many different formats to me, and it's not always about new love in the sense of for somebody else. But certainly if you were looking for a relationship, It's a really great card to have. So that would be new beginnings. Now, that would not be a relationship from your past coming back into your life. Because I get asked that so many times. It's like, do you mean somebody from my past? And I'm like, no, 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 this would be brand new. It would be completely new to you. It is not a connection from somebody else's past. That's a different card altogether. So that's where that one comes in. The next card we're going to talk about is the Ace of Swords. So again, new beginnings. Now, if you can look at that card, it is quite dark and sort of in the background. And if you link the swords to the suit of spades, now, if you think about spades, it's about digging. Digging's hard work. So generally, the suits, the swords are about hard work. Not always. There are a couple of them that would mean it, but in reality, the swords are much more difficult because it's like cutting through something or digging something. Therefore, that's why it's aligned with the spades. This is often a more difficult new beginning. But what tells you is it's been a difficult choice. It might be that we've walked away from a job, or we've walked away from a relationship, or we may have moved house but not of our choice, or anything like that. It tells us it is tough new beginnings. However, the roses around the card actually tell you it will be a good move. It just might not feel it at the time. So it's certainly a new beginnings that you're a little bit more apprehensive about. And certainly you wouldn't say, oh, yes, I'm really looking forward to this, because you would be much more anxious about how it would turn out. So a much tougher new beginnings, but new beginnings nonetheless. And all new beginnings are there for a reason. And even through the toughest ones, it kind of gets us where we're supposed to be. And there's always a lesson to be learned from it. The other meaning of that card there's lots of meanings, but it can also mean an operation. So again, if you were waiting to hear about an operation, or you were due an operation, it would be good. But of course, it's going to be painful, because I don't know one operation when they're cutting into you that wouldn't be painful. However, it would turn out all right in the end. So that's the most important thing. It would be a good result for you. It would be a good operation. So that's the Ace of Swords. And as I say, that aligns with it's also air sign. So that links with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius from your signs of the zodiac. But it means that there's a lot of thoughts going on in your head. Now, thoughts can be quite debilitating. It can be very negative, and sometimes too many thoughts are what we kind of need is a nice mix of everything going on. And that's another thing when we're doing cards, is to look and see if we've got a nice mixture of all the different suits there. And the final ace is, of course, the Ace of Pentacles, which lines up with the only suit that could be left, which is diamonds in the pack of playing cards. And this is the earth sign. So this is all about money, health, practical things in our property, all those things that in a materialistic thing we need in this world to survive. This generally is, good new beginnings. It's a good new money opportunity for you, maybe at work, or it could be a new property. It could also be a windfall of money, which would be very lovely. But the other thing is, if you've been going through ill health, it would be, again, a very good card, because it's like new beginnings for the health. It would be good for you. So whatever they had done with regards to your health, or maybe change your medication, or you've been through an operation or something, this would be very good for you. And that links to the signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And I know those signs very well because I'm a Capricorn, and I have a daughter that's a Taurus and a daughter that's a Virgo. So my poor husband didn't stand a chance with all us Earth ones, living with all the Earth ones. So all the aces are about new beginnings. And like I say, one of the things I teach my clients when they're on a course with me is take a look and see if you have all the suits. The reality is, if you have too many swords, there's too much thinking, and it's going to be a very, very tough time. Excuse me. I have to drink. It's going to be a tough time coming up. So we want swords, but we don't want too many swords. Likewise, if we have all hearts, there's far too, everything is being done from an emotional level. And actually, emotions are good, but we don't want everything done from an emotional level because it means we're not grounded, i.e., we haven't got the earth sign going on and we haven't got the inspiration going on. We're just all over the place dealing from one emotion to another. As I say, all of the signs are really important, but we do need a mixture of all. And so sometimes it might be you're doing a reading for somebody and there are literally no hearts at all. And it's like, there's no love going on here, there's no emotion. And very often it's like they are going through the motions of life, but there is no love for anything. And that's quite upsetting. And then it's like, actually, we need to get you back where you feel much happier with life and everything else. So that's another thing when you're teaching, when you're starting to read or learning to read, just take a step back and have a look at the cards and see if they're all there. Too many of one, too many of another, none of another would mean that there's some things lacking in that person's life. Okay, I think I have a caller, and I think it was Cherie, was it? Have I got that right? Sierra, sorry, love.
Sierra.
It flashed up, I missed it. Hello, Sierra. I do apologise, my love. It flashed up very quickly and I didn't catch your name. How can I help you today?
That's okay. I actually had a question about my love life. I was just wondering, when will it come? I'm not in a rush, but I am about ready.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lady telling me that you deliberately stood back for maybe 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
But you chose to stand back for about 3 or 4 years. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think you're ready too. I think you're ready. I'm just going to do you a few cards, if you don't mind, Sierra, and see where I am. Is it your mum or your grandmother that you would be linked to in spirit?
My grandfather.
No. It's a lady coming through. I'm on your mum's side. Hello? Have I lost you?
No. No, I don't have any grandmothers, anything that's passed.
Well, there's a lady coming through. So it's somebody on your dad's side that is definitely, on your mum's side that's definitely coming through for you. Maybe it's a great grandmother. I don't know, but I will say it's the lady. The reason it's the lady stepping forward for you, I think, is because of all the emotional stuff that you've been through. So your cards indicate that in the past there has been some opportunities, or there will be some opportunities. I do think you've held yourself back from that, Sierra, but I do think that now it's time to step forward, and I do think you are ready. So there is good news of the heart coming. I don't think it's immediately yet, but I'm going to say within the next sort of 3 months is kind of where I am with that. And again, and when things happen, they will happen quite quickly. But what I will tell you is I don't feel it's going to be somebody that was from your past, because I think the people that have been in your relationships from your past have not been right for you. So it's not somebody from your past coming back into your life again. This is complete new beginnings.
That's good.
Hello?
Yes, that's great.
Okay.
Because I really don't want nobody from the past anyway.
Well, they have been your problem, my love. So what I'm trying to say is what's happened in the past and the relationships you've had in the past have really stopped you moving forward. I don't think just on a relationship level. I think you were really caught like a rabbit in the headlights for some time, wondering what the devil was going on. And I felt that you were quite flattened with your relationship, for what better way of putting it. Your emotions and everything were completely flattened. So the last thing you probably wanted was a relationship. However, I do think there is somebody coming into your life. There is good news of the heart. But I do think that you have been hindered by some very crazy things in your life. Your man steps forward. Your man steps forward as the King of Cups. So he is an emotional man. It means he's in touch with his feminine side, and what he means is he's quite understanding, but he would want to help you and he would try to understand you. I actually think that that would be a good sign for you, a person, because I think that he would be the right one to give you time for you to get in contact with uh, your feminine side, not your feminine side, in contact with your emotions again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There would also be a move of house. So I want to understand: are you looking to move house, or would this be because of this man, possibly? But certainly, there's a house move for you.
Yes, I have been wanting to move for some time now.
You have been wanting to move for some time. Is that? I can't hear you very well. I'm so sorry. Let me just, I think that's what you said to me. Here's my thing. I'm not sure if you meet this man just before you move or just after you move, but it's certainly around the time of the move of house, which I think would be really good for you, because for me, this is part of you moving on as well. I feel that your house is has done its time for you, and that it is time now to get moved on. One of the things you need to do, generally speaking, is to stand up for yourself. So make sure that you are not being pushed around with decisions, and that includes moving house. Make sure that the house move is absolutely right for you, and not one that you just yeah, because there'll be more than one opportunity, my love, so make sure that it's right for you.
Okay.
My love, do you
Okay.
have a son?
I do.
And is he distant from you?
No.
He lives with you?
Yes.
Does he? Okay. I was getting, he's not moving, is he?
No. His father lives in Waukesha, so he's back and forth from city to city.
I'm really sorry. I couldn't understand a word you said. Then it's not a very good connection, line connection. What did you say that, Ella?
I said that he actually moves from city to city between me and his father.
He moves from city to city. Okay, because I felt as if maybe his heart's in a different city or something, but he didn't feel quite as connected as what he should have done, if you see what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he likes it where you are. That's what I want to say to you.
Okay.
Your son, understand?
Yes.
Okay. The other card that comes up for you is that you actually need a really good rest.
Yeah.
When's the last time you
do.
took a holiday or some time off?
Wow, I can't even tell you when it's the last time.
Oh, sorry, I didn't catch that either. You work a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, can I tell you as a bit of a, just watch your health a little bit, because I really feel that your energy levels are low, and that you need to take a bit better care of yourself.
Yeah, I can feel it. I feel that my energy level is low, and I've been trying to get my vibration up.
I still didn't catch that very well, but I know that it's something to do with your health. Yeah, yeah. You have. I think 23 is a good year for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Really good year for you. And I've got new beginnings that start possibly the end of this year or by February, March in next year. And it really is a really good time for you. And you will feel like finally I've moved on. So your husband's away
great.
from you, yeah? Can you tell me if there's an alcohol issue linked with your husband?
No, I'm single.
Yeah. But you're the boy's father. I'm kind of there.
Yes, he has. Yeah, he does.
Has he got an alcohol issue?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine, because I was picking up that the ex-husband or the son's your son's dad had an alcohol issue. Okay. Yeah, no, I know you're single because you asked me about a relationship. So I think you've got a nice, kindly man come in. I think he will be understanding. Hopefully he'll want to carry a shopping and things like that for you. But I just think that he would be quite understanding for you with everything that you've been through, because you certainly have been through the mill.
I so have.
You so have. And I think
Yeah.
you're all right for money now, but I felt that money was really an issue just a while back.
Yes.
But I feel like it's coming good now, if you can understand my meaning.
Yes, most definitely.
All right? Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
Um, about my career, I am currently I started my own business, and I just want to know would that take off, or like should I
Okay.
keep at what I'm doing?
Here's where I am. I think it will take off. I think it's a bit slower than what we would like. I think, but then all of a sudden, I think it will get to where it should be. I think you need to have more faith in yourself, because what I feel is that from your experiences in the past, that it's kind of taken away your confidence about it in other aspects of your life, if you get my meaning. So I do think you need to do that. I think you're your own worst enemy sometimes, and you can hold yourself back. But certainly I do see
Yes.
opportunities in business. So I think you should carry on doing what you're doing. However, I do think for a time you do both. So I feel like I step back from one, maybe do 3 days a week and a couple of days on business. And then eventually I think your business will take over. But I think it's within about the next 18 months. But next year, I think for business is very good. I just want to get you out of that house. For some reason, it's just a weird energy in there for me.
I said the same thing, and I've been trying to get out. Yes, we're on the same page. I'm definitely looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's a spiritual thing. It's almost like the energy is dead in there. It's just not right for you.
Yeah, I'll be trying to
So
like
there's a
candles but
yeah, there's a massive significance to this move of house, which I think brings in new energies. But it will bring new energies, but it will also bring, you either meet somebody just before there or round about the time you move house. So I would say get on with moving your house, and then we can have the romance, to be honest, because it's
okay.
certainly all around that time. But I know that they want you to be, you will take it slowly, but I do feel that as much as you want to, it's kind of weird. It will move on maybe quicker than what you would think in your head. Because I know you want to go kind of like, well, I'm just going to take my time with this. But I do think that this person will be very forthcoming, will be there for you. And therefore, you go, actually, I'd really just like to get on with this, if you see what I'm saying to you. I feel your son has had much confusion as well from his father, because he irritates the life out of me, as if he's there 1 minute and not the next, and there 1 minute, not the next. And I feel that your
Yeah,
son's been through an awful lot with that. Do you understand?
yeah, most definitely.
He's the most unreliable man going.
Yes,
Okay. I do think there will be other families to join up to. So I do think that this gentleman also has 2 children. And I think that you will be able to bring some happy families to it. He will have been through a difficult time, but maybe not in the same way as you, because there will be a lost feeling around him. However, I do think he comes to you whole in that I've sorted out my issues from the past. He will also be cautious, but I do think he's really, truly looking for love as well. So I think that you will be a good match. I just think that he was quite an emotional soul, which is lovely. Can I ask you,
okay.
has your husband been to prison?
Yes, he's in prison right now.
He's in prison right now. Okay, that makes sense, because they were talking to me about prison. Okay, I do. Because does he call you a lot from prison?
He just recently started.
I beg your pardon?
He just recently started calling me.
Yeah. Do you know what? I wish he'd go away and leave you alone. I mean, it's fine for him to call his son if he wants to speak to his son, but I think that he holds you back, and I don't like his energy for you.
Yeah, he definitely does hold me back, and I lost a lot dealing with him.
Yeah, I'd like to hit him on the head, not really, but I just think that he needs to go away now and leave you alone. You're laughing. You see, I make you laugh, but honestly, he's just like an annoying fly that we can't get rid of. And every time you think you're rid of him, he comes back again, and it just,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So next time you think of him, think of that annoying fly that you just want to spray with something and maybe stick him to the wall or something. I don't know, but. but he does need to get out of your life, for what wants a better way of putting it. All right, Sienna, was that okay for you, lovey?
Yes, I very much appreciate it.
Look, I wish you all the best. You've had a nightmare. And I have to say, last time he contacted you, or the first time he contacted you from prison, you thought, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that annoying little fly. I tell you, we need to get some fly spray. Get rid of him. Okay, my love. Anyway, I wish you all the very best. Have a lovely week and a lovely weekend. You're very welcome. All the very best. Okay, just before we go, it's our wonderful Queen's Platinum Jubilee this weekend. So everybody in the UK is blessed with Thursday off, Friday off, Saturday off, and Sunday off, which is lovely. And there's celebrations literally all over the country. There's street parties, there's bands, there's carnivals. It's just going to be absolutely wonderful, and the weather looks good for it. So you might not be in the UK or have 4 days off, but either way, I hope you have a fabulous week, and I hope you have a lovely weekend as well, and the sun shines wherever you are. I shall see you all at this time, sort of 7:30 UK time, 2:30 US Eastern time. I've written this down, Dave. You're going to be so impressed. And 11:30 US Pacific time. AM next week. So I will see you then, and have a lovely time until then. Okay, bye for now.